Yeah, so we balanced it. So here is a texture. Hope you could see that. And you might have some um, feel like, sir, I don't see the output much proper. Is there any way I could see the texture much more clearly than rather than how you displayed here? Of course, in your window, in your mode, there is a rendering iRay mode. It's F10. Um, and if you want to switch back, you can come here by pressing F9. So press F10 or click this. It will take you to the next rendering window. We call this an iRay window. It will just open the iRay window. It will render everything. I will show you how does this object looks like with a default environment. So there are some default environment given inside Substance Painter that you could prefer what kind of environment you prefer there. So you can prefer that environment, or you can just do it like, yeah, this one would do. And anyway, I just pass it because it's passed. You see that? Yeah, because I don't want to render it at the background, so I pass this, and I would like to click this, so it will take me back. Okay, or you can just come over the mode and switch here. Yeah. So I don't want this window too much, man. Just, yeah, this will do. So here are things. So we are done this for this metal. Now for the next one, which is the another metal here. Yeah, and for this I do the same, but this time I'd like to take some other iron, maybe iron shiny. I don't want shiny iron, and yeah, this is good. No, I don't use it. And iron grinder, I use some iron grinder here on the top, and beneath that I would like to use a rust. You remember there were two rusts the last time we chosen this rust, so why not let's go with this rust. Yeah, it's just a contrast rust. Anyway, man, that's good. So yeah, it's done. Now it's done. Now let me select this, and you know the drill, what we do. So as usual, right click, white mask, select the mask, go here, add generator, and select the generator and add generator here. Either you can choose a grange or you can choose some material. Anything would be fine. So this time I prefer this one. Yeah, and if you feel it's too much, you can add some contrast. If you add some contrast to have some too much, and if you want to balance it off, you see that, yeah, you see it, man, that's a real rust, isn't it? Yeah, that would do. Yeah, because it's a baseball bat. I prefer to kill zombies. Yeah, maybe so yeah, so you can use any of these things, and you can adjust this to gain something. And next one we have here is yep, the barbed wire. So for the barbed wire, let me go with some what is that, steel rusted. Yeah, steel rusted wire. Does this work? Yeah, let's see, man. Okay, steel rust, and we applied it, and as usual apply a rust beneath it. Little rust would not kill anyone. Yeah, does it really looks good? Let me see it in my window. How does it looks in my render scene to see how actually it appears. Let me just, it is passed. Let me just render. Yeah, it would take some time, and because it had to refresh everything at the background, what's going on. You should look at the bottom right corner. There is a disk cache usage, like how much disk it wants, the memory, and still I have a poor memory, man, in my laptop, so it takes some time. So I think I should wait for some more time, maybe. Oh, maybe I can switch back. Since it's taking too much time, I think I should save my file. Yeah, it's taking too much time. Yep, I think now it works. So let me save the file first, Control S, yeah, and now let me go to my render screen and see how does this interface looks like, how does my output here looks like, because I want to see how that looks like. Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Yeah, it is good. Yeah, that's good, man. It by itself is a blackish color. Maybe I should add some rust at the bottom of this. Maybe I can try some rust. Yeah, just click it. So let's go back to our screen, and as usual, select this and add, right click, white mask generator, select the generator here, click here and choose any of the grunges. Do we have some grunges? Oh yeah, there are many grunges. Let me go to this. Yeah, grindstone, then let's go there. There's a grindstone details, so that should be making some good impact on our output. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah, I could see it is taking too much of your time and my time. No, there we go. We have to wait until it completes all this task. It says some of the baking has failed. Okay, like oh, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, it seems like some. Yeah, maybe we have to wait until its whole rendering is done. I think it won't be in green. It will be like this color. It's like rust and things. So there, it has to flatten up. The rendering has to complete to get the entire color proper. That's how it works. Yeah, you could see now here it's revealing slowly and it's getting better. Yeah, so I think I shouldn't have used that stone grunge. Yeah, stop that, it's too much, man. So what is this? It's a stamp, grunge demos, grunge dirt. Yeah, grunge dirt would do. Anyway, let me go with that. So with that applied, so next thing we need to do is I need to create my own style here. Okay, so is this, that's it? It can't be doing anything else? Yes, you can do many things here. Let's look at this bat here. Yeah, we have a bat. We hope you remember we already have two materials, and since it's a smart, there are many materials inside. Don't worry and confuse yourself with this. There's also some advanced options, advanced topics. First learn the basics, then you by yourself will learn how to do that. And look at this here. Great. So here we can create some designs or some styles or something like that. So what I can do is I can go to, I would like to import some of my textures. So I prefer to go to File, great, import resources. What kind of resources? Let's see. I go to Add Resource, and I have modeling class, source images, and I have bat texture. Is that? Yeah. Yo, it's not a bat, man. It's like, yeah, baseball stick. We have design, good, and we have hunting ground, good. And for the information, this is an image which I have already took to Photoshop, and I removed the background, and hence it is a PNG file because I need a transparency here, so I took it as a PNG file. The reason I made it as a PNG is I want it transparent, so I can either use it as a alpha map or I can use it as a texture map. It's up to you. Okay, so I just took this too, and if you want some dirt, you can click them also. And I have a wolf. Okay, let's try the wolf also. Yeah, I took all three images, and if you want this, you can take that. I'll attach the images for your usages. Let's open it, and it would ask you, you have chosen three images. What would you like to do with them? Would you like to use them as an alpha mask? Alpha, you know, alpha, it's like black and white. Or would you like to use it as a texture? I prefer to go with the texture, then texture and texture. All the three images, I don't want alpha, I just want a texture. And this one, I want this only for my current session or self, anything you could decide. So I want it for my shelf. Great, and import it. Now all the three textures all has been imported here. Ta-da! You see that? Yeah. It's great, man. We have a separate here. Yeah. So what's the use of this? I'll show you now. Now let's create a layer. Add a layer. Okay, I'm sorry. Just click and drag and drop it above all the layers. So now we have this layer, and in this layer I would like to yeah, look at that. Color, height, roughness, everything is on. I just turn everything off. Okay, everything is off now. What is it? Now enable only the color. Okay, color is on. What is next? I don't want a base color. Look at that. This is your brush, and the base color, I just click on the base color because it now asks you to choose any of the images you want. And what is this logo's name? Is design text something something. Yeah, you see that design text? Let me click that. Yeah, it's there. Let me click it here. Oh, yeah, it's good. You see that? Yeah, it's good. So maybe I could just I can hold my control and drag. Control, left click and drag. You could see at the top the flow is increasing. Control and left mouse button. Okay, yeah, increasing, decreasing. That's cool. And if I hold my control and right mouse button, you could see the size is increasing. Yeah, so control left click is for flow, and control right click is for the size. So I prefer this one maybe. Then let me just make a click here. Poof, it's done. Yeah, let me undo this again. Try this way. Oh, undo it and try here. Okay. Yeah, maybe I can increase it a little more, isn't it? So maybe control right click and click here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, poof. You see that? It's done. It's sick, man. Yeah, that's good. So it's like a texture. You can apply texture here, and when you apply the texture, you see that the texture is completely wrapped around the 3D model, which is totally cool because the texture is entirely wrapped. It's not just like painting from the camera view. Okay, it's just wrapped all around the object. And look at here, how we want this to be. I want this to be tangent and wrapped. That is cool. If you prefer a camera one, just click here now. Look at that. It looks like camera, but it is extended. You see that? It is extended. See, it's extended. So don't do that. So it has to be in this alignment of tangent and wrap. That will be a good option. Okay. Yeah. So keep that in mind, and when you do that, just ensure it is like that. So we have poof, something like that, and maybe I can choose something more with this layer selected. Maybe I can this time I choose another texture. What's the next one here? We have a logo, so let's type no, wolf will be fine. Wolf, yeah, I have wolf. So you see that, the wolf there? Yeah, that would work. So maybe I should just drag it off. So control right click, and here you have a wolf. Yeah, see that? So it's a wolf here. Yeah, and if you feel it's not proper, you can just change the size, like control right click, and you can reduce the size however you want. See that? Yeah, so however you want to do that, or you can change that into what we said early. It's about a logo, isn't it? Yeah, go with the logo, man. Yes, a logo here. Hunting ground. Cool. Now control right click and drag it down, and here I just start this hunting ground. I just click it 10 times, like oh. Don't worry, just click off and on. Yeah, that's a hunting ground. So here is my the logo. So with both of this done here, now you could feel like it looks like a perfect one. We don't want a perfect one, of course. We don't want a perfect one. That's why we are in Substance Painter. We need always something like a used one, like a grungy one, like something which has been already been ripped off. Okay, that's why we're here. So so the layer here, as usual, you guys know the drill. So right click, white mask, generator, click here and choose any of this generator here. Maybe like what is this one? Crunch. Let me go with, yeah, that would do. Oh, that's too much, man. Just reduce. Oh. Yeah, it's too much, but still, that would do. Yeah, great. So just come here. Yes, the balance touch off, but this is fine to okay. So with all of this said, now you know how Substance Painter works. Now everything is done. So all you have to do is we have to render it out, and I just save this file, Control S, it's saved. But yeah, the file is saving. Anyway, it's done. And once it is saved, yeah, I'm doing it again. I don't know why, man, but I have a bad habit of saving the same file twice, thrice, four. Because if you got habit with the files crashed in Maya, then you would know how much important it is to save your files. So now go back to your render, then do the render process, and whatever the angle which you set there, that will be visible here. You can render your object, and it would take some enormous time for rendering purposes. And just scroll down, you could see rendering. Let me pass the render. Does it allows me to pass because the file seems taking too much time. And of course, when you scroll down, you can find a way to save your files. You can click on location where you want to save your file, and it will save it for you. You see that? I just you could see it now. It's rendering. Yeah. And the one thing is, if you scroll, it will maximize, or you can minimize. I mean, it will zoom here also. Whatever the actions you do here, it will create some impact on the viewport also. If you zoom here, the object in the viewport also gets zoomed. If you alt left click and rotate, that will also be rotated. That's how. So it's done here. So let me go there. I can have a save render. And if you prefer to change the size, you can always click here and change size. Now I prefer to save my renders and Maya source images. And I already have a baseball bat. So baseball bat on 22nd of May 4/20. It's done. Let me go and check how does my file looks like. So model source images, baseball 22/4. Okay, here is my bat. So wait, yeah, of course mine it is a low level render, and if you prefer to go with a high level render, I highly recommend you guys to come here and give you things. And also there's a maximum samples, and also please do give, if you want a too much of detailed rendered image, please do not forget this, note it down. You can switch to minutes and hours. If you have an ample amount of render, just put hours, choose your time, how much time you want, it will do the render for you in hours. So the more the render, the merrier the quality. So keep that in mind. And as that said, everything is done. Now I just go to my file, I go to my export textures. So now look at this, all the textures are there. So where it wants to export the files and textures. So I prefer to go to my Chinese class files and the modeling class, and inside the source images I prefer a folder called nothing. I think we already have a folder, isn't it? No. So okay, let's just rename this folder into my baseball bat textures from Substance. Of course it's a huge folder, but in that way I would know which folder I'm working on. Okay, you don't need to follow my style, man, it's all yours. So now you could see all the 4 metals have all the 4 different maps, like height, rough, base color, emission, scatter, everything. Okay, now with all things selected, just export. Done. Now you could see all the textures will be exported there. Now all you have to do is you have to map all these textures into Maya. Exports finished successfully. Now go back to Maya. You have your model here waiting for you, and go to your Windows rendering editors, and there you can find Hypershade. So in the reason I open Hypershade is that it will be much easier for me to select the material and apply the maps which I have created just now in Substance. Close this one, and this is a batch. Double click, you can get a batch here. Now look at that. In the batch you have color, great, metalness 2, roughness 3, and you have yeah, I think I should go with bump. Yeah, so these are things, and we have some ambient occlusion also there. But anyway, if you're confused, like you don't know which one is for which one, then I have some images references for you. So let me go with Substance to Arnold. Yeah, so here I have some reference images which you could use. Now look at that one. I don't want this one. So this one will tell you exactly how to map the file. So you have to drag and drop your color image here, metal here, rough here, and bump here. So base under base of AI surface shader 2, and under specular 1, and geometry 1. Okay, so let's go there. So let's go to Maya. Everything's open here up, and where is my photo? Where's my photo? So I think I have to import them all. Yeah, so the Substance render which were created, let me go to my modeling scenes, source images, and there's a folder with a big name. Yeah, it is there. You see that? Everything is there, man. It's cool, really cool. But I prefer to change my view to list. Yeah, and maybe I can just details will be fine. Now I can just arrange them based on the names. Maybe, yeah, I could see that bat high. AI surface. Maybe can I go to some type, all of the same type? Yeah, here I have a big problem, man, because the 1SG is for the first material. If you remember exactly what's the first material, go to your Maya and check what's the first material. So that's for the 1SG, and this is for the second SG. That's how it goes. Now look at this. Which one is the first SG in your Substance? Yeah, first SG is a barbed wire. Yeah, first is a barbed wire. You see that? Yeah, great. So go to Maya, and where's the barbed wire? Yeah, this is my barbed wire. So I just go to my color of my barbed wire and click. Great. I would like to bring a file inside. Good. Now it asks me what's the file. I click here, and where is the rendered images? I just copy this one. I go to my location. Guys, it may seems like a big one. No, believe me, it's just nothing. So there's a first Substance, isn't it? Substance 1SG is for barbed wire. So 1SG is color. Where's the color? Base color. Yeah, 1SG's base color is that. Yeah. So why it's not visible here? Maybe we should press 6, 5, and 6. Okay. So this is 1SG's base color. 1SG's base color. Why it's 1. Great. Then what's the next image we have to load? It's like metalness and roughness and bump mapping. Great. Now go back to the barbed wire. Now the next one is we have, I'm sorry, I think there's something wrong here, because the barbed wire should not be Lambert, it should be AI. Yeah, it should be AI standard surface. Great. Yeah, AI standard surface it should be. That is how barbed wire has to be. Yeah, great. So AI standard surface, I think, let me check this. Select object with material. Yeah, great. So now again, color, click the color. I would like to click the file and load the files, and base color done. Then again I click on this barbed wire, color is done. Now metalness, click the metalness. I would like to load the file, and which is the file? This is a metal 1SG. Great. And again I double click this, and here comes under specular you have roughness, so click on the roughness. Then again I would like to bring in the file, and what's the file? Click that, and here is my 1SG's roughness. Great. And again I double click this, and under that geometry we have bump map. So geometry, we have bump map. Click the bump map, and what's the file? I would like to bring in a file, and what's the file name? Just go inside. Okay, now click again. Great. Now where is that? I think I need to give my bump map here. So bump map, I have to see, look at this. For the bump map, I have to bring a normal and I have to connect to the bump. Yeah, so I have to bring a normal image here. So SG normal. Okay, it's all done. Now just maximize this and check this, man. It would be exactly like how it is here in this reference images. Base color, metallic, roughness, and normal. So if you go there, you could see it exactly. So base color, yeah, everything is there. It's done properly, mapped. So one is done. So similarly, you have to do for all the rest of the images. And once you do that, then you would know your render looks exactly like how it was in Maya. I hope you guys would do that and show it to me. Maybe I can show you again in this one. So the bat here, the bat belongs to what layer? Yeah, 4. Okay, so A surface 4 SG is bat. So maybe bat is here. I double click the bat. Maybe let me select object middle. Yeah, this is the bat. So bat is surface 4. So select the bat, double click. Then it is AI standard surface, first one. Yeah, color, file, AI substance 4 color, AI substance 4's color. Where's color? Yeah, base color. Great. Now again, bat, double click, AI substance metalness. Great. Metalness, I would like to bring in a file inside. Where's the location of the file? It's surface metalness. Great. And again, I double click my bat, and here is my roughness. Click. I would like to bring in a file again. Click the file and load the file location, and this is roughness. Great. And again, double click a bat, and there comes your geometry and your bump map. And please remember that bump map always, it's like oh, I'm sorry, double click here. Did I make anything wrong? 1, 2, color, metalness, roughness. Yeah, perfect. So geometry, bump map. Remember that bump map requires you to even after you import it, you should adjust the bumpness, unless it will be big size. So you can reduce or increase how much bumpy you want the surface to be. Keep that in mind. Never till this not been mentioned. So normal. So now it's done. Now you will see that your texture is applied here. Yeah. Yes, man. And the reason why it looks like that, you have to apply all the textures here, and we have to render that. And we have other images also. For example, yeah, look at this one. Maybe select all this wire 1 and wire 2 and apply all the materials, then you would know how does it works like. So that's the way you can apply all the material and bring it back from Substance into Maya. Please do apply the same for wire 1 and wire 2, so then you would know. And also we have exported few images, like we have exported AO, base color, height, metallic, normal, and roughness. So I'll also share you the images, like how you have to combine them and apply all the materials. Yeah, so keep this in mind. You should know exactly how to map all the images and back into Maya. Only then you can apply the materials as such, and you can light the object by using Arnold render or any other render. Okay, and please stay tuned and keep working. Only then you could able to achieve a lot here. And forget not, you should map all the images exactly into all the sections of Maya. Only then it will work. Okay, if you have any questions, you can just ask me in our forum. Thank you guys. Stay working, be hungry.